that caught me by surprise, man, that has went viral. So Caitlin Clark dropped the interview with the Chinese content creator, I believe. And yeah, his channel wasn't that big. And for her to sit down and talk to him, I think she got paid, bro. There's a ton of content creators over here from the States that Caitlin Clark could have sat down with. This guy channel is sitting at now. I don't know his familiarity with basketball, but I think he might be a big staple over there in China in basketball. But for her to sit down,
Caitlin Clark finally spoke, but not to ESPN, Rachel Nichols, or any major U.S. outlet. Instead, her viral interview appeared on the channel of a little-known Chinese creator, catching the entire sports world off guard. The move skipped past every traditional media platform and immediately raised big questions about who controls the narrative, what strategy is at play, and how athletes might shape their own global presence going forward. No one expected it, and the lack of response from official sources only fueled the buzz. People are now asking what this bold decision means for Clark, the WNBA, and the future of coverage around the league's biggest stars. One thing is clear. Traditional sports media may be facing a major shift.
Richard Domina is the biggest one, and for her not to get like this type of interview is shocking to me, but whatever, to each his own. But Caitlin Clark talked about some things in this interview that has made headlines. I have not seen this whole thing in its entirety. We finna watch it here on the channel. We're not finna watch the whole thing. I think it's 20 minutes long here, but yeah, we're not finna watch this whole thing. But I definitely wanted to watch this thing here with you guys and check it out, man. So let's jump right into it. Now I will be stopped.
Right away, people started talking. Did she get paid for this? Choosing a smaller international platform over the major networks looks like a deliberate, independent move. This wasn't a casual interview. It felt like a business decision that could signal a new approach to how top athletes handle their own media reach. Now the WNBA and Adam Silver are facing a reality where star players may tap into their global influence on their own terms, outside the league's usual media partners. And that possibility has the entire industry paying attention.
Be a winner. What happened?
They killed the lights on
How did they get
Shoot the lights out.
That's right. I like that.
What is this?
Sounds like the generator maybe went off.
This beat
Two
is,
shooters out here. We shoot up.
let me see if I can get it without the beat. Let's listen.
Myself. So that's probably when I felt the most challenge, is when I would, whether it was a hard workout or a bad game or something like that. I feel like you find ways to challenge.
Like, basketball is a little bit challenging for you, or you're born to be a winner, you never feel like that.
That's a great question. Honestly, I feel like there's obviously a lot of challenging moments throughout my
Skipping well-known U.S. sports reporters, especially someone as respected as Rachel Domina, didn't go unnoticed. Domina has long been considered a major voice in women's basketball, yet Clark chose another route. That choice suggests a meaningful change in how she plans to manage media relationships. This wasn't an accident. It was a pointed decision that signals a new strategy for shaping her public image. It also raises important questions. What does this mean for the league's longtime media allies? And how might it affect future access for journalists who have supported the sport for years?
It's a great question. Honestly, I feel like there's obviously a lot of challenging moments throughout my career. I feel like I probably always had a lot of natural skill, but I also wanted to get a lot better at it. So I always found ways to challenge myself. So that's probably when I felt the most challenge, is when I would, whether it was a hard workout or a bad game or something like that. I feel like you find ways to challenge yourself within those moments. But I would probably say I always kind of had a natural skill for it and just a knack for basketball, but I also really loved it and wanted to get better at it.
Got you. So mostly you are born to be a winner.
I guess we can say that.
之所以我们聊天的地点会停电，是因为我们的对话
You feel like
The original commentator called the interview choice spooky, reflecting how unusual and unsettling it felt within the normal world of athlete media. That reaction comes from the uncertainty surrounding a move that breaks from long-standing routines. It raises real questions about who shapes the story, who gains from it, and whether the league has enough influence when its top star makes such a major decision on her own. That sense of unease is exactly what Adam Silver now has to manage if he wants to maintain stability and protect the league's image moving forward.
I'm trying to give it some more moments.
And that was the greatest thing for me, going throughout the recruiting process is like I wanted to play for a coach.
He did a research on it, so I'm gonna do the breakdown and introduction for all of them.
All right, I love it.
没错，所以我做了刚刚的这个广告解析。
It's really hard to watch
以及
this, guys.
NCAA
It was a quick transition coming from college to the professional life, but you kind of figure it out. And I love being here in Indianapolis, and the state of Indiana loves basketball probably more than most places. So I think that's really special. And I think there's a lot of many exciting years ahead.
So, which aspect of it?
When Clark openly talked about heading to China soon and spoke about wanting to inspire kids there, it wasn't a throwaway line. It was a direct signal of global ambition. This interview wasn't aimed only at her current supporters. It served as a deliberate step toward reaching a huge international audience that the league hasn't fully tapped. With that, her personal brand now leans toward worldwide growth, a direction that carries real influence and may move faster or differently than the WNBA's own plans.
Do you think has changed the most because you already have your arsenals, your passing?
Yeah.
You mentioned the passing a lot.
Yeah.
And everybody knows you have the threes.
Yeah.
So which part of the game changed the most?
Change the most. Honestly, I think you just have to add a lot to your game when you become a professional because everybody kind of knows what you're good at. So you kind of have to be better at a lot more things. You have to do different things. So I think that's probably been a learning curve of just trying to get better and better every single day. And I remember that after my rookie year. Obviously, you don't have much time when you graduate college and you come to the WNBA to really improve and work on your game because you have a turnaround of a month before you start.
This brings up a key question. Is Clark helping lead the WNBA's expansion into China? Or is she moving forward on her own path, separate from league plans? The difference matters. If she's acting independently, it could mark a major shift in how top players shape their global brands, something Adam Silver would have to acknowledge. Her actions may now influence the WNBA's international direction, whether intentionally or not, showing that the league's most influential stars can play a direct role in guiding global outreach.
To you.
Cool.
So how you feel about that?
That's pretty cool. And obviously, China's not a place I've ever been to, but I know I'll be there very soon. And I think that's super exciting. And I think having that type of reach is something that also has an impact on me. You get to inspire so many different people from different walks of life, but they all love the same thing. They love basketball and they love getting to watch it and become better at it. And that's exactly kind of what my story was. I always just wanted to be better. I loved watching it. I wanted to put a lot of time into improving my game. So hopefully I'm inspiring a lot of people in China, especially the young boys and girls, to want to really invest a lot of time to be as great as they can be.
In New High's podcast, you mentioned
Clark's sincere hope to motivate young people around the world, especially in China, fits closely with the WNBA's goal of expanding the sport. She views her own journey as proof that commitment and effort can lead to success, and she wants others to put in the time to reach their potential. Sharing that message through an unexpected platform gives it strong, positive reach, but also adds a layer of strategic complexity. The league surely wants that message amplified, just on terms it can guide more directly.
Rusty at all going in?
I mean, not really. I think you're just a little anxious to get out there and get playing again. I felt really good. I thought there was a few periods where I felt a little tired. I asked for a sub there in the second half or in the second quarter, and Steph got me a quick one. But other than that, my legs felt really strong. I felt in good shape, and a lot of that is credit to our medical team. Have kept me in shape, even though I haven't been able to maybe be up and down as much as everybody else. It's just finding other things to do that I can find confidence in. I'm ready to play, and that's certainly how I felt out there.
Clark spoke openly about how quickly life shifts from college to the pros and how important it is to keep expanding your game. She explained that there isn't much time to adjust after college, giving a real look at the pressure young WNBA players face. Her comments could even shape how the league supports player development, especially for those under intense public attention. Even after an outstanding rookie season, Clark said she's focused on getting better every single day. She knows there's still plenty of room to grow, and that constant drive reflects both her character and the league's demanding schedule. where players must balance improvement with nonstop games and travel. She talked about pushing herself through tough practices and bad nights on the court, showing how deeply competitive she is. Clark always had natural talent, but it's her determination to keep improving that has fueled her rise. That inner motivation, not outside expectations, has guided her since childhood and helped make her a superstar. Throughout the interview, her mindset was clear. She believes in herself, embraces challenges, and never feels weighed down by them. That winner's mentality is key for someone under such heavy scrutiny and is a major part of what makes her appealing to fans around the world, especially in emerging markets. And despite her global goals, Clark expressed genuine love for Indianapolis and Indiana as a whole, praising the state's deep connection to basketball. Her bond with Indiana adds depth to her story. Even as she looks toward global opportunities, she stays firmly connected to the place she now calls home. That balance between broad ambition and local loyalty makes her journey relatable and shows genuine appreciation for the community that backs her. Clark explained that turning pro required her to expand her game in major ways. At this level, opponents know your strengths and prepare for them, so she's had to keep adding new skills and strategies. Her honesty underscores a key reality of elite sports. Constant growth is required to stay ahead. A standout moment came when she talked about wanting more opportunities for young girls in basketball, reflecting her own childhood. That message aligns directly with the WNBA's mission and highlights the importance of continued support for youth programs. Because she lived it, her advocacy carries extra weight. Clark shared that she once played in boys' leagues because her father couldn't find a girls' league for her. That detail shows how limited the options once were and how far the sport has progressed, while reminding everyone there's still more work to do to ensure equal access. Her path, from competing with boys to becoming one of the most recognizable figures in the sport, matches the WNBA's broader story of growth and empowerment. Clark represents what the league can stand for, inspiring the next generation and opening new doors for female athletes worldwide. In many ways, she's both a product of the WNBA's evolution and a driving force behind its future. The fact that Clark's interview, released on a small international channel, went viral highlights the truly organic and global scope of her influence. This wasn't a planned media push. It spread naturally across countries and languages, proving just how far her reach extends. This unscripted virality poses a new challenge. How does the WNBA maintain control over messaging when its biggest star is building a global presence on her own terms? Adam Silver now faces a complex question. How should the league support individual brand growth while protecting overarching strategies and partnerships? The stakes are high, touching future player contracts, media rights, and international branding. Clark's ability to shape the league's narrative and drive global engagement on her own is unprecedented. The league must balance the benefits of her independent momentum with the desire for centralized control. This isn't just about Clark. It's a turning point for the WNBA, signaling a new era of player agency, global strategy, and media influence. The traditional playbook no longer applies when a superstar can command attention worldwide independently. The league's future, its international growth, and its relationship with top talent may all be reshaped by the ripple effects of this one unexpected viral moment.